Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
On one, ready?
Quickly to the air is Burrow.
And his first pass is incomplete.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hold. Get out of the tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
You look at this Browns defense.
They played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
Hey, 31!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He's got room to roam.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Burrow will throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sione Takitaki. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Brad Robbins now. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. 11.
Now Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
11 MT.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Chase, the motion man right.
11. I gotta go.
Now on
3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here we go.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the penalty, it's Mixon.
Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 38-yard line.
11, Thomas. 11, 11. 11, Thomas.
Here's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Breaks through the contact.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Off of play action, it's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice run defense presented there. And what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes. No one over pursuing and making a very nice play.
11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
11, MT, Tate. 11, MT, Tate.
Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle, But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it.
Now Burrow loses the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play to put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards there on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like we're getting caught in between here because any incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
11.
And Burrow going to throw again. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out right at the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Chubb on the counter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Watson off play action. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is Watson. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb as the first half is winding down.
And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Browns drive about to get started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On second down, here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Big strides, look at him go. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 64 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Burrow will throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And Chubb will try the middle here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Watson's throw complete there to Smith.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Elijah Moore,
26 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
12, 11, MT, take.
Again, it's Burrow. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Bengals get a bit closer.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Chubb will get the call running left.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
No timeout.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking deep here for Chase. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach are just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lack.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
In motion right, Peoples-Jones.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They were good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. And he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Burrow.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. And how about that? A gain of 15 there on 4th and 10.
First down, Bengals.
To the air again, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And Burrow going to throw again.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
11, Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And Well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?